Okay. I have a plan to start gamma function today. And last day, if you remember, we are discussing about a counter example which can show that last day we have stuck there that what is the
The
one
Cauchy value.
counter Cauchy's principal value
Cauchy
that
value is
Type
the
4
example you took. It was wrong.
here you take this example only. So there you can get, if you take this, consider this example. There we have considered the example minus 1 to 1 by x squared dx. No? So instead of x square, you write here x cube. This will be an example where you can see that it will not convergent. The improper series is not convergent, but there exist Cauchy's principal value. You can check this Cauchy's principal value. Okay, I'm leaving this to you. You can do it in a similar way. So what is the point of discontinuity here? 0. At x equal to 0, you have point of discontinuity. So you can break it in two parts: integration minus 1 to 0 1 by x cube dx, and 0 to 1 by x cube dx. Like this, if you divide, and then you take here 0 minus epsilon 1, and here you take 0 plus epsilon 1 epsilon 2 sum, and then you integrate and take as epsilon 1 tends to 0 and epsilon 2 tends to 0. If you take this limit, then you can see this value tending to infinity. But if you choose epsilon is equal to epsilon 2 is equal to epsilon, that is for the Cauchy's principal value, you will able to get that this epsilon cancel out and you will be having a finite value. So that will be the Cauchy's principal value. So this is a counter example where Cauchy's principal value exists, but still the improper integration is not convergent. So I am leaving you to this example to you. You can do it. I think if it not, next class will solve here. So now let
Sir,
me
in
start
this
today.
case, even after taking the Cauchy's principal value, it will not be existing.
No, it has a Cauchy's principal value. It has Cauchy's principal value, but improper integration does not exist. I have told you last class that when you epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2 is equal to epsilon, this is a particular case. That is called the
Hmm.
Cauchy's principle. If
Cauchy's
you
principal value,
take
yes.
this particular case, if you take consider, in that case the integration is convergent and you will be having the Cauchy's principal value, but not in generally it is convergent. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now let me start the interesting gamma function and beta function we will do. So this is very interesting and important also. In several cases you will be having this use of this gamma function and beta function. So what is this? If you consider an improper integration like this, integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus 6 x to the power n minus 1 dx, where n greater than 0. I am not saying that n is an integer here. I am saying simply n is greater than 0, any real number, maybe 0 0.01, 0 0.202, like this, maybe 100, 10, 11, whatever. So this n is an positive number, positive real number. So if you consider this, now you see, is it an improper integration or not? Yes, it is an improper integration. Why? We have firstly infinity at upper bound, so this is an improper integration. If if you see n is greater than 1, then there is no problem at 0, x equal to 0, we will be having some value. But if this n is 0 less than n less than 1, like this, if it lies in between 0 and 1, in that case you see 0 is also a point of discontinuity. At 0 we will have an infinity value. So we have actually 2 point of discontinuity. One is 0 when 0 less than n less than 1, and infinity is always for all value of n we will be having n. So this is an improper integration. And if you able to, and it is given that for n greater than 0, this improper integration will be a convergent integration. So you will be having some finite value, and that value we denote. You see, this we are integrating with respect to x. So whatever the value we are getting, that will be a function of n, and that function of n is known as gamma function. So we define gamma function is gamma, capital gamma. You write like this, capital gamma. So gamma function like this, and this gamma n is defined as 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. So if I simply write, suppose uh, find the value of gamma 2. Someone please mute your microphone.
Please mute your microphone, please.
Please, all of you, mute your microphone. Unless I have to mute all of you. In that case, it will be very problem. Okay. So we defined as gamma n. This is gamma n. So if I ask you to find the value of gamma 2, that means what you actually need to find? You need to find the value of 0 to infinity to the power minus x into x dx. If you are able to find this value, that will be the gamma 2 value. That will be the gamma 2 value. Like this, we can get the values. Okay. So we're not going to integrate this. We'll be having some properties first. So we'll study some properties. Now, suppose,
Sir,
हाँ बोलो.
sir, is it gamma suffix 2 or gamma 2 both are side by side?
Getting. Please mute your microphone.
Satyam,
Please, all of
mute
you
your
check.
microphone.
Satyam, mute your microphone.
Satyam,
कौन है भाई?
Okay. Now, हाँ बोलो क्या बोल रहे थे? कोई
So
पूछ
is
रहा
it
था कुछ?
gamma suffix 2 or gamma of 2? I mean, gamma
Gamma.
2.
You see, gamma is just a function. Suppose if I define f, a function. Similarly, here gamma. I'm just this is a notation gamma. So if I write some function gamma n like f of n, similarly here I'm writing gamma n. Okay.
Yes.
That is gamma of n. Gamma is the just a number. You can see a letter. You can consider as it. And simply I can write also gamma n.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That is
So
we don't need to. We can give the brackets, or we may not give the bracket.
you can give the bracket. You can if you will if you don't like to give the bracket, then also fine, no problem. You can write like this gamma n.
Okay.
Okay. Or
Sir,
something in you can write gamma n. Both are same. Notation. Just both are same. Both are same. Okay.
Okay.
Now suppose you are asked to find gamma 1. First property, will study some properties. First, gamma 1. Find the value of gamma 1. So that will be 1. So how to find gamma 1? Simply write down the definition. Gamma 1 is equal to integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power 1 minus 1 dx. That is simply what? Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x dx. It is an improper integration. And where we have the point of discontinuity? Only at infinity we have point of discontinuity. So what should I do here? We replace this
replaced by
infinity
B.
by finite value b, and then we take limit b tends to infinity. So limit b tends to infinity e to the power minus x, integrate this.
C power minus minus e power minus.
So now simply integrate this one and take limit b tends to infinity. So you will get there the value will be 1 as b
One.
tends to infinity. So the value is 1. So gamma, you remember this, gamma 1 is always equal to 1. Gamma 1 is always equal to 1. Okay.
Yes.
Next property is Okay, next property number 2 is that gamma n plus 1, gamma n plus 1, you can write n gamma n, n into gamma n, or you can simply write gamma n is equal to n minus 1 gamma n minus 1. So n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. This is one property. So if I ask you now, find gamma 3, value of gamma 3. So what can I write? Gamma 3 is equal to 2 gamma 2,
2 gamma 2.
and 2 gamma 2 is equal to, you can
2.
write 1 into gamma 1, that is the value is 2. So gamma
Yes.
3 value will be 2. Without integration, we can find the value just by using the property. And you can, if you find from the definition this value, so gamma 3 will be equal to, you can find from the definition also, 0 to infinity, e to the minus x,
Sir,
x to the power 3 minus 1 dx. You need to just integrate this one, this value. So n gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. So how can we prove it? If I ask you to prove this theorem, so gamma, right? Gamma n plus 1, that will be what? Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x, x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 dx.
yes.
I may have point of discontinuity at, we must have a point of discontinuity at infinity, and may have point of discontinuity at 0. Why I am saying may have? Because when this n lies in between 0 and 1, in that case only we have point of discontinuity at 0 also. So what we'll do, we write this integration first. Let us suppose that at infinity we have point of discontinuity. So we can write limit b tends to infinity, integration 0 to b e to the power minus x, x to the power n dx.
Hmm.
Can I write like this? Also, you see, you can write limit b tends to infinity, then limit, I am taking epsilon tends to 0, epsilon tends to 0 plus epsilon to b e to the power minus x, x to the power n dx. Now tell me, is it can I write like this? Okay. Now can you find this integration? Can you find this integration? So I'm marking this as 1.
By parts we can do.
By
We can
part.
separate x to the power n. So we can separate x to the power n as x to the power n minus 1 into x.
Yes, yes, yes. So you do it. So you write either minus x, x to the power n minus 1 into x dx. You're saying like this, no? And we differentiate this x and integrate this one. Is it? So integrate by part.
Sure.
We consider
Yes,
this
sir.
is an integration function and this is a differentiable function. So it will be first integration of epsilon to b e to the power minus x, x to the power n minus 1 dx, and
Sir, it will be easy to take e power minus x
okay,
as the
okay.
derivative of
Simply
second function.
simply do like this. Sorry. No need to do like this. You just simply write x to the power n dx. Okay. Now integrate from take this, differentiate this x to the power n and integrate this e to the power minus. Differentiate this x to the power n and integrate this. So it is integration function. It is differentiable function. And write like this. So first of integration of this one, that will be minus e to the power minus x per n, simply same epsilon to b minus integration epsilon to b differentiation of x to the power n, that will be n x to the power n minus 1 integration of e to the power minus x, that will be e to the power minus x dx, and one minus sign will be there, so this will be plus. Is it okay? Fine. So I can write this is equal to e to the power minus epsilon to the power n minus e to the power minus b to the power n plus plus n into epsilon to b e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. So now put here. So when you take epsilon tends to 0 first, epsilon tends to 0, in that case this part will be 0, and when you take b tends to infinity, in that case this e to the power minus b tending to 0. So this both actually, so if you take this to limit, now if you put this value over here, so if you take epsilon tends to 0 infinity 0 first limit, so this part going to be 0, this part going to be 0. When you take epsilon b tends to infinity, this part will be tending to 0, and what will be happen to this part? This will be simply n epsilon tends to 0, beta tends to infinity, e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. That is what? N into gamma n. So you don't write like this, you put this value over here and take this limit one by one, and then you write. Okay, I am writing just like this, understand? So getting point? हाँ बोलो,
Sir?
कोई doubt है? बोलो.
Yes, sir. Why did you take limit epsilon tends to 0 plus? I mean, why is the
Yes,
need
yes,
of
yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me explain here. You see why I am taking integration, suppose 0 to, let me take another color. You see, when you we have the limit integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. You see, this is actually gamma n. This is gamma n, and n is what? Greater than 0. Now, if you see this improper integration, why it is an improper integration? Because we have infinity at upper limit. Okay. Now you see, for n greater than 1, we don't have any point of discontinuity at x equal to 0. Is clear? Is it clear? If n is greater than 1,
Yes,
in
sir.
that
Yes,
case
yes.
greater than equal to 1, you can say still greater than equal to 1, we don't have point of discontinuity at this point, x equal to 0.
Hmm.
But if 0 less than n less than 1, it lies in between this, suppose half,
And
1
negative.
by 2. So in that case, at x equal to 0 also we have point of discontinuity. So we have to
Yes,
consider
sir.
this 0 part also. We have to consider this 0 part also. That's why
Yes,
I'm
sir.
taking here
That I
itself.
understand. Okay.
Bolo?
But
ठीक है?
sir, in that part, e to the power minus x into x to the power n. So where is exactly your cursor is right now? So see then e to the power minus x to the power n. So there is no not any point of discontinuity at x equal to 0.
Yes, I don't know about this n.
So
Here I
n is
don't know
greater
about this n.
so sir, you have already mentioned, and x to the power n.
N is greater than 0. N is greater than 0, but I don't know whether it lies in between 0 to 1 or not. Getting my point?
I understand that, but I am saying that for that step, so why do we need that epsilon tends to 0? Because at that, I mean, if I take a function f of x equal to e to the power minus x into x to the power n. So here, sir, there is not any point of discontinuity at x equal to 0.
See, if you have here n is equal to, suppose n is equal to 1 by 2. If n is equal to 1 by 2, then here n plus 1, this part I don't know, this n plus 1 may be 1 by 2, n plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2.
Yes, I know.
So in that case 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, that may be half. So I don't know about this n actually here. That's
Let's
why
say here 0 to the power half, so it will be ultimately 0.
Sir, in the formula there is n minus 1, so it will be
So here
minus
is
half.
only x to the power n, so that's why I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. So here is only x to the power n is n, and in above.
okay, for
in
this
the formula
particular
there is-
case, yes. Mm,
Sir,
हाँ बोलो.
so that is my query, sir. Actually.
Okay, from here, here actually n, if I say n greater than 0,
It doesn't cause any point of discontinuity at x equal to 0.
okay, yes, you can remove, you may don't take this epsilon here also, because here n comes. So actually, if maybe sometimes proof comes like this, proof that gamma n is equal to n minus 1 gamma n minus 1, like this. Sometimes you may ask to prove like this, where n is getting n greater than 0 if it is given. We'll discuss the this thing when we do the extension of gamma function. There you can see we can extend up to negative values for n also. In that case, it may arise, there may arise some problems. So if proofs comes like this n plus 1, so if here it is come n, if it is here come n minus 1, in that case you must take epsilon. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir,
if
yes,
it is n only, then no need to take. You can take or you don't take, no problem.
That is why it's better to have the practice. Actually.
Better to have the practice. No, there is no harm if you take epsilon to 0 also. There is no harm. You are doing extra thing, but don't hamper the proof. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So this property, you just remember this property. Now let me move on to the next one.
सर
हाँ बोलो.
सर e की पावर माइनस b इंटू बी की पावर n जब टेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी है वो जीरो कैसे होगा वो एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए फिर से एक बार.
e to the power, you see, if e to the power
माइनस b
minus b, if b tends to infinity, so e to the minus b tending to 0 होता है ना.
यस सर
e to the power minus x, as x tends to infinity, e to the power minus x tends to
जीरो
0. So that's why e to the power minus b into b to the power n tends to 0.
सब b टू द पावर n वो तो इन्फिनिटी टेंड कर रहा है.
Okay. Oh, you are considering about this b to the power n. Okay, so do
Yes.
one thing. Okay, do one thing. B to the power n by e to the power b, you can write like this.
Yes, sir.
limit b tends to infinity. Okay. Now if you put infinity here, this is infinity by infinity form. ठीक है ना. तो infinity by infinity form के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है?
L'Hopital.
L'Hopital rule. So if you put L'Hopital rule here, it will be what? N into b to the power n minus 1 by e to the power b. Is it okay? Fine.
Yes,
so again infinity by infinity form. So if you repeat this n times, so upper will be
there.
okay. So actually you can mention here that as b tends to infinity, this e to the power minus e to the power b is more fastly going towards infinity than b to the power n. Actually this e to the power minus b is more fast than b to the power n.
Yes.
So that's why it is tending to 0. Or you can say like this. Okay, from here,
Yes.
L'Hopital rule. I'm just simply taking this value. So no harm. Now you see this gamma function actually can say can derive a particular case, that is the factorial function, when n is a positive integer. When n is a positive integer, if n is a positive integer, in that case gamma n you can always write factorial n minus 1, or I am writing factorial like this, n minus 1 factorial. Someone use factorial this, someone use factorial this. No, okay, this notation. So you see gamma n is equal to what? N is a real number, suppose. In that case n minus n minus 1 gamma n minus 1 I can write. Now if n is an integer, in that case you can write n minus 1, again n minus 2 gamma n minus 2. Like this if it go, like this if it is go, if n is an integer, ultimately after some step we will be able to find like this n minus 1, n minus 2 up to 3, 2, then gamma 1, and gamma 1 is equal to 1. So this will be factorial n minus 1. Understand? So if I ask
Yes,
you to
sir.
find, if I ask you to find gamma 7, so no need to apply that formula also. You can directly, as 7 is an integer, you can write this. This is 6 factorial. The value will be 6 factorial. And the proof is simply like this. Okay. So this is another property number 3. Let me move on to the next property. Now for a greater than 0, where a is a positive number, we have 0 to infinity to the minus x per n minus 1 dx. That will be equal to gamma n by a to the power n. So what you need, what is the gamma function actually? Gamma n is equal to what? Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Now you see we have here one x. A is positive number. So what we will do here, you replace this x by some z. If I replace this x by z, so in that case what will be your x? Z by a, and dx is equal to dz by a. So this integration, indefinite integration, it will be minus ax x to the power n minus 1 dx. That will be what? Integration e to the power minus z by a to the power n minus 1 dz is equal to a dx is equal to dz by a. So you see this can write, this is 1 by a to the power n integration e to the power minus z to the power n minus 1 dz. Now if you take limit 0 to infinity, if you take limit 0 to infinity, this part will be what? This part will be, this integration will be gamma n. So this is gamma n by a to the power n. So you do this thing, like first you take limit b tends to infinity like this, and or you can do that, you can do the indefinite integration and then take the limit. So this will be gamma n by to the power n. Another property number 4. Now
Sir, this A is
we-
basically the replacement of the upper limit infinity.
b is replacement of, you see, if you replace x is equal to z, you see as x tends to 0, z tends to 0.
Yes, sir.
As x tends to, and as x tends to infinity, z tends to infinity. That's why you can write limit 0 to infinity.
Okay.
Okay. Here also you can do the thing that first take limit b tends to infinity, then limit epsilon tends to 0 plus then epsilon to b. So make actually our aim is to make it first. When you integrate improper integration, you make it first some finite definite integral with finite limits. Then you do. The thing is like this basically.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now without proof, we'll just
Sir,
bolo.
we cannot take e power a outside, sir.
E to the
A constant, we can take constant and we cannot take outside, sir. In the above question.
Sir, you can take that call.
क्या आउटसाइड में लाओगे?
E power minus ax है ना sir?
हाँ,
E power a into e power minus x.
कैसे हो सकता है वो? e to the power a into e to the power minus x. This means what? e to the power a minus x.
That should be e to the power minus x whole to the power a actually.
Yes.
It is like that.
This is actually like that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Without proof, just I'm not going to do this proof here. This is called duplication theorem. Actually, first this one is considered. For m greater than 0, for any value of m greater than 0, we can write gamma m into gamma m plus half is equal to root pi by 2 to the power 2m minus 1 into gamma 2m. This is actually known as duplication theorem. And this is one particular case of this thing, that when 0 less than m less than 1, in that case we will be having gamma m into gamma 1 minus m is equal to pi by sine m pi. Simply pi by sine m pi. So suppose if I ask you to find the value of gamma half, what will the value of gamma half? This is another property you can write, property 6. You need to remember this value
Sir,
of gamma
root pi.
half. Root pi. How we are getting root pi?
By the formula
by
1.
this first theorem. The second theorem also
m
you can
equal
do.
to 1 by 2.
M is equal to 1 by 2. So gamma half into gamma 1 minus half, that is equal to pi by sine pi by 2. So this is equal to pi. So gamma half is equal to root pi. So the value of gamma half, you remember this thing, value of gamma half is equal to root pi. Value of gamma half is always root pi. Sometimes you may ask some proof like this, that proof gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4 is equal to pi by sine pi by 4, that is root 2 pi, sine pi by 4. This type of proofs sometimes the short question you may ask. You have to do this duplication theorem. Okay, so fractional value you can find. Now find out gamma 7 by 2, value of gamma 7 by 2. Can you find it, gamma 7 by 2? Gamma 7 by 2 I can write 5 by 2 gamma 5 by 2. Yes or no? Then I can write 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 gamma 3 by 2. Then I can write 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into gamma is a half gamma half. Gamma half we know root pi. So this is 15 root pi by 8. So gamma 7 by 2 is equal to 15 root pi by 8.
Sir.
Bolo.
Sir, what happened? We can do like this if we put m equals to 3 in the second formula. We can get the
m
same
is equal
thing.
to
3.
M is equal to 3 in the second formula. Do so. What will happen?
So gamma 3 equals to 2 factorial 2 and then gamma 7.
This is gamma 3 into gamma 3 plus 1 by 2 will be what? 7 by 2. You can do this also, no problem. You can do this also.
Yes, I think it will be easier by applying the direct formula.
No problem. Yes. You can get from this directly from this one, or just like factorial you can do. So using this formula, you will be asked to solve some problem. Okay.
So gamma 7 by. Sir.
Bolo.
Sir, gamma 7 by 2 का problem sir once again repeat please.
You see, gamma 7 by 2. You can write this actually what? Gamma 1 plus 5 by 2. Is it?
Yes sir.
So this is n plus 1. So gamma n plus 1, you know, n gamma n. So that's why I'm writing 5 by 2, gamma 5 by 2. Or simply put here, you see, if we put here 3 plus 2 plus 1, 7 by 2, this will be gamma 7 by 2. Gamma 3 value, you know, factorial 2. And all this m is equal to here 3 and here 3 if you put. So this will be gamma 6, that will be factorial 5. You can easily get the value. Same value you will get. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, how is gamma half equals to root pi?
From this duplication theory. From this duplication theory.
Okay, sir.
You put this value m is equal to half here. You put m is equal to half here. So gamma half is equal to pi. So gamma half is equal to root pi. X square is equal to 2. That is x equal to root 2. Like this.
Okay, sir.
So these are some problems you can do. Find gamma half, gamma 7 by 2. What we have done here. Now, I stop here. Or let me complete this thing. I will take just 5 minutes more. Extension of domain of this gamma function. You see, gamma function we have defined for n greater than 0. Yes or no? Gamma function we have defined for n greater than 0. Now, you see, gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. Yes. So from here I can write gamma n is equal to gamma n plus 1 by n. Now if you put n is equal to 1 here in 1, if I put n is equal to 1 in 1, so gamma 1 is equal to gamma 2 by 1, that will be factorial 1, that is value is 1. Now if I put n is equal to 0, what will happen? If I put however we know that n greater than 0, gamma function valid for n greater than 0, that is from the definition. Now we are giving some extension to this domain. So what we'll do, suppose we put n is equal to 0 here in 1. So what will happen? Gamma 0. Gamma 0 will be what? Gamma 1 by 1. That is coming 1
By 0.
Sorry, by
Gamma
0, 1 by 0. Sorry, 1 by 0.
Gamma 1 by
that will
0.
be
1 by 0 infinity.
1 by 0. That is going to infinity. Now put n is equal to minus 1. That will be what? Gamma minus 1. That is equal to gamma minus 1 is equal to, if you put here, this will be gamma 0 by minus 1. Gamma 0 by minus 1. Gamma that is minus infinity. That means tending to infinity. So similarly, if you put 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 like this, you will get always infinity or minus infinity like this. Now let me put n is equal to 1 by minus 1 by 2. We check what happened. So if you put gamma minus 1 by 2 here, it will be what? Gamma minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2.
Minus 2 root pi.
Minus 2 root 2 pi.
So the value will be, this value is minus half plus 1, that is gamma half
Minus 2
by minus half, that means minus 2 root pi. So we are having some finite value. Similarly, you put minus 3 by 2. if I put gamma minus 3 by 2, what will happen? Minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by minus 3 by 2, that is minus 2 by 3 into this will be what? Minus gamma minus half. That value we know
infinity.
from here. Minus infinity.
Minus 2 root pi.
Will be
4
4
root
by
pi
3
by 3.
gamma minus 1.
4 root
Sir,
4 pi by 3.
4 root pi
So
by
we are
3,
having
sir.
some. So we are able to find some value. We are able to find some value unless we have denominator as some 0. So you see, denominator comes only 0 only when you put 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 like this. If you put some other value, you will be having some positive value over here, over
Sir,
this gamma.
sir, sir, in that, sir, gamma n plus 1 is equal to n into gamma n. Sir, in that, if we put n equal to 0, sir, then how it is infinity, sir? Because gamma n plus 1, so n is 0, so gamma 1, sir, is 1 is equal to
1
it
by
should be
0. 1 by 0.
Sir, no, sir, sir. Means in that gamma n plus 1 is equal to n into gamma n.
N into gamma n.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Actually, you see, if you put n is equal to 0 here, this will be what? 0 into gamma 0. We don't know the value of gamma 0. That's why I'm doing, na? We need to find this gamma 0 value. This will be, if you put n is equal to 0 here, this is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 0 into gamma 0. How it possible? Only when gamma 0 is equal to 1 by 0 and 1 by 0 is equal to infinity. So that's why gamma 0 is coming infinity.
Oh, acha, acha. Okay, okay. Okay, sir.
Fine. So the thing is this. So if you do like this, you can see only if you consider n is equal to the values 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 like this. So in that case, you will be having some infinite values. Otherwise, you will be having some finite values. It may happen that sometimes you are able to find the value, may happen sometimes you are unable to find the value, but you can check that always the value should exist. Value
Sir, I
must
have
be
a
exist.
doubt. Sir.
Wait, 1 minute.
Okay.
So actually, in that case, this is called the extension, that gamma n can be extended to the real number, all real number, for all real number. Here we have specified, restricted our domain only for n greater than 0. Now I am extending to n towards any real number except at 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 like this. Bolo. Hello.
Sir,
Bolo?
can we get a value of gamma of minus 1 by 3 or gamma minus 1 by 4?
Yes, gamma minus 1 by 3 if you like to find. Gamma minus 1 by 3 is equal to what?
Gamma 2 by 3 into
Why gamma minus 1 by 3?
Here you put gamma minus 1 by 3. This will be gamma minus 1 by 3
2 by 3
plus 1 by minus 1 by 3.
1 by 3.
That is minus 3 gamma. This will be what? 2 by 3.
2 by 3.
So you see, we have a positive number here, gamma n. So it will have some value. Yes or no? Finite
Yes,
value
sir.
it exists or not? From the definition we know.
Yes, sir.
Whether we are able to find the value or not, that is different thing. But it has some value. What will be the
Okay,
value?
sir.
The
Understood.
value will be 0 to infinity is on minus x to the power
Minus 1 by
2 by
3.
3 minus 1 dx. And
dx.
this value exists because it is convergent, so the value will be exist. Okay,
Okay,
my point of concern is that value will not be going to minus infinity or infinity.
So, sir, we can conclude that value will not exist for n equals to 0 and any negative integer.
Negative integer. N is equal to 0 and any negative integer.
And rest for
Except
any
that
n,
point
it will exist.
exists. For
Okay, sir.
so you can see, if I consider this as real number, this is 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, like this. This is 1 1 2 3, like 1 2 3, like this. It is exists all the points only except at 0 -2 1 -2 -3, like this. Only this point we don't have any gamma value. Is it okay? So next class we'll start beta function. So let me stop here today.